Shall we try that again? Better. Much better. That was baffling. Don't know what happened there. But it wasn't picking up my microphone. So that was very, very weird. Because in testing it was all working fine. So, there we go. Yeah, first thing first, everyone, let me know what it sounds like. Balance, microphone, too loud, too quiet, music, all that good stuff. Let's try take 2, shall we? And hopefully this time it doesn't bail on me. That would be nice. Couple people in the chat. Who've we got? Who've we got? Nadeem, The Notorious Life, Wagyu Beef. Who else we got? Henrik, Scott Kidd, Oofy Red Panda. How you doing? Says Wagyu Beef. I am doing good. How are you? How are you? Ruben, hello. Thank you for joining. Kevin, I don't know what that says, unfortunately. So, as I was saying, whilst my mic was muted, what's up, Karen? Thanks for joining yet again. I'm good. How are you? As I was saying, when my mic was muted in the first attempt, this one was kind of off the cuff. Sorry, I didn't give you prior warning. The schedule has been kind of weird this week. I haven't been able to do a whole lot, which is why we haven't had a video this week for the last couple of days. And while we probably won't have a video for the rest of the week, there may be another live stream, probably on Sunday. But with regard to videos, I don't know. Schedule's a bit weird. So sorry that I didn't give you prior notice. But here we go. Decided to go with Bayern Munich because I thought this is going to be quite a challenging one. Their system in real life, as we know with Nagelsmann's system in general, is, complex. So, I don't think we're going to go that complex because ultimately it's hard to do that on FIFA. But we're just going to try and make a system that's really trying to stick to the Nagelsmann principles, counter-pressing, lots of high volume of movement, fluid, I should say, not fluid. High line, etc. Zonal. But then just kind of find the best system. So, chat's going off. Darwin Trash, says Nadeem. I'm guessing you're on about Darwin Nunez. I actually kind of made an account for my girlfriend. She's in a netball fantasy league, and I put Darwin Nunez in her team and actually decided to captain him. So obviously he ends up getting -4 points as captain with that red card. So that was fantastic, brilliant. If I'm doing good, we'd like to hear that. Jack says, no, it's not Bayern Munich related. What would you think about NUFC potentially getting João Pedro from Watford? I don't like the fee at all. I think when you look at the Championship, I'm always trying to compare it to other signings, and ultimately, obviously Watford have supposedly turned down 20 million, etc. You look at the only other kind of transfers that have been within that ballpark has been Ollie Watkins, which was an overpay, 33 million, and Bellingham, which was obviously around about the same price. So, when you're putting those two in the same category, it's too much. Ultimately, money isn't really an object to Newcastle, is it? So it doesn't matter. But I do like them to try and get a fair fee if possible. Bayern play a very attacking 4-4-2 now. Yeah, it's very, very complex. Even to call it 4-4-2 is weird. There's so much movement. It's very, very strange. Have you scouted Casadei? And if you have, what do you think about him? No, I haven't seen him. Never seen him play. So it's interesting with that Chelsea move. We'll see how it goes. Hey. Adi Damola. Kevin said they play with a line of 3 right, by the way. I don't know what that means. What about Casemiro to United? I'd be surprised if that happened, to be honest. What do you think? So guys, let me know how you are all doing. And thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming. So first things first. I think we'll just get stuck into it really with regards to the formation. I've been having a little think about this beforehand. And just trying to think what is the best lineup. Because it's a real shame. Like, they've got 3 really good centre-backs for this game. You've got De Ligt, you've got Hernandez, you've got Upamecano. Obviously, I went ahead and did the transfers, by the way. But I don't really want to play a back 3 because I think ultimately we're looking for something that tries to get the wingers in play, for example. Still want the 3 central midfielders, so it'd be very tough to do that. So it means we've got to leave one of them out, which would be a real shame. But there you go. So that's disappointing. He said Bayern play with a 3-back. Someone else just said they play with a 4-back. I've seen them switch. I mean, this is kind of the whole point with the Nagelsmann thing. They're very, very fluid, and they rotate often between different shapes. So we will see. We will see. Ultimately, I'm just going to try and go with the best system that I think suits a team on FIFA the best, and we'll kind of go with it from there. I'm playing like 2 games with a 3-back. Yeah, no, like I say, I don't think we're going to go with a 3-back this time. Plus, in these live streams, we've done 3 live streams, and they've all had a back 3 in. So I'd like to do a 4-back now, to be honest. It's going to be interesting how this Bayern team play about Lewandowski, says Addy. Yes, definitely. I mean, that's obviously an issue for us in this game without a proper striker, because Choupo-Moting is not getting in the team. And nor is he getting on the bench either, so we might as well swap him out now. We don't have an out-and-out recognised striker. We have players who kind of filled a role in there, Müller, Mane, which I think we'll have to go with, really. But yeah, other than that, we'll see. So with the formation, I'm just trying to think. I'm going to base it around the players. So, you know, Matsuraoui, Davis, Hernandez, De Ligt. I think I'd like Upamecano in there. I mean, I don't really want to drop De Ligt, even though he hasn't played for them yet in the league. You know, ultimately he's their best centre back. So I think I'd go with that centre back duo of De Ligt and Upamecano. 4-2-2-2, doable false 9. Yeah, but there's no point in playing false 9s if you're not playing wingers, because the whole point of a false 9 is so that they're creating space for the wingers to kind of run into. And especially a double. I mean, a double false 9 wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So, yeah. Don't know if I'll go with that one. Like I say, I want to get the wingers in. I'm not really looking for things up with wide cams and stuff, because it doesn't make sense. Like, you know, there's lots of energy, lots of pace, lots of mobility here, and I want to try and do that. So the central midfield 2, I love that. I'm not changing that. And then I'd like Sane in here. I'd like Coman in here. Müller. Somehow I'd like to sneak Sabitzer in there, but I don't think we're going to be able to, because obviously we're keeping Mane in. So, I mean, the lineup is pretty settled in this case. Just wondering anything else. Could try and sneak Gnabry in there, but I do like Sane and Coman. Obviously, we've got Gravenberch as well, a player I really, really like. And another thing, Goretzka, come on, high defensive work rate. Where is that? Why is he on medium? This should be a high work rate. Seriously? Come on. What else do we have? Last season they played Gnabry and Coman as wing-backs with a 3-4-3 and have Müller and Sane as the wingers. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. And that was a reason why there was a lot of upheaval with Gnabry this transfer window, because like he said, he doesn't want to play wing-back anymore. And, you know, it looks like they've kind of switched from that system in response to that, and that's why he's kind of settled and said, I'm happy to stay now, because they've given him assurances about that. So we'll see. We will see. Joseph, I was going to suggest a 3 at the back, but yeah, you're right. They have excellent wingers and fullbacks, and it would be a shame not utilising all of them. Yes. Plus, although it might not be as bad of an issue, but if we were to play a 3-back and have like the wing backs, both of these fullbacks have high attacking work rate and low defensive work rate. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy for both of them to be on that. So I would be a little bit hesitant to have them both at wing back in this game. If you excuse me. So with the formation, we could go for something similar to like that 4-4-2 where we have one of them as a false 9. Or we could just go for a 4-3-3 and it'd be sweet. In fact, we could even keep this 4-2-3-1 and then just basically move these guys up to wingers. Because I do like that. Really what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to put these wingers, or these attackers really, in the best position to kind of play on the last man, provide lots of movement. So that's what kind of my thinking. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. 4-3-3 would be good for this team, says Wagyu Beef. Yes. Addy, what do you think of United losing 4-0 to Brentford? Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, couldn't believe it. It was shocked. Shocked. They are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? Manchester United in a bit of trouble. And their transfer business is baffling. I mean, Rabiot, seriously. We kind of alluded to it last week when we did the Manchester United live stream. Come on. Rabiot. And then, like, they're putting all this time into signing a backup keeper. Like, really? You've released Dean Henderson. You've got Tom Heaton there. You've got a backup. Like, come on. Oh, it's crazy. I don't even support them, by the way, but it's really infuriating just to see some of the things that go on. Matheus Nunes to Wolves. Really good signing. Again, don't like the fee. It's too much. I seem to be saying that with every transfer, but the signing itself, very, very good. But I really like Thomas Frank. Yeah, really good coach. Really good coach. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a vote out. Do we want the 4-4-2? Or do we want the 4-3-3? And you guys let me know in the chat. Which formation? Let's put it out there. Do you see yourself going into coaching? That's kind of always been the aim, really. I'd love to get into that, looking into my coaching badges, but I'm also want to get into scouting as well. So, it's very hard business to get into, ultimately. So, we'll see. And 4-2-4, move the wide mids up to winger. Yeah, that was really kind of my thinking if we do a 4-2-4. Or 4-4-2. I'm thinking a variant of 4-3-3, or maybe you could tinker with a classic 4-4-2. 4 forwards interchange with one another. Yes. I do kind of like the idea of basically a 4-2-4. If I can find it on here. But I want these two to be holding mids rather than centre mids. So basically what I'm going to, if we do have a 4-4-2, if that does win the vote, what we'll do is we'll have 4-4-2 holding and then just move these up to the wing and go with something like that. That's if we do go for the 4-4-2. At the moment, it is absolutely smashing the vote by some distance. So it is looking likely that we're going to do 4-4-2 or the 4-2-4. 4-3-3 more balanced. Yes, it is definitely more balanced. I'm thinking maybe if we do that, we should get one of the fullbacks to stay back, in which case we'd probably have to take off Matsurawi and put in Pavard. Wherever he is. Somewhere. There he is. So yeah, we'll see. 4-2-4 is really attacking though. Well, do you know what the craziest thing is? 4-2-4, I've never played a 4-2-4 in FIFA ever. Really, this is probably the one formation I've probably never done. I'll be honest. So this will be the first. Never done it before. So that I am kind of intrigued. You could move one CDM up to CM and invert that side's fullback. Yeah, that's an idea. That's definitely an idea. Maybe do a 4-2-4 and a 4-3-3. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Controversial, but I think Bayern are better off without Lewandowski. That is controversial. That's very controversial. Be interested to see what the chat think about that. Addy says Bayern are better off without Lewandowski. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? That's very good chat, Adam. Very, very good chat. So, it looks like we're going for the 4-2-4 or 4-4-2, whichever you prefer. Mr. Bowl asks, what's your favourite formation? I don't really have one, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really have one. It always depends on the team and stuff like that. One formation that I absolutely hate that I will never play is the narrow diamond, the 4-4-2 with the narrow midfield diamond. That would be this one. I just think, what is the point? Like, just weird to me. So even in real life, I never see it work. I really don't. I never see it work. Other than once when Juventus played it. I remember occasionally Juventus would play it many years ago now, nearly a decade ago, when they had like Pogba, Marquisio, Pirlo and Vidal. And they would occasionally go switch between a free back and that. And that's the only time I've ever seen it work. Honestly, I've seen so many teams try it, tinker with it, but you know, it doesn't work. Adam says, for this, why not just play a free back with 3 mids rather than 4 at the back with 2 mids? Yeah, but then we kind of get exploited out wide, which I'm not looking to do. And then, you know, we're missing out, like Davis, for example, with no spot for him. So, yeah, I think we'll go with this. It's like a 4-2-4 or 4-4-2, whichever you prefer. I've changed the wide midfielders to right and left mid, but the central midfielders are defensive midfielders. Now, with the actual positioning, I think we'll have Muller up top with Mane, and he can kind of play the role as the false 9. But we'll come on to that with the instructions shortly. So, with the defensive style, we're going to do this, as I kind of said at the start of the video, you know, keeping in mind the principles of Nagelsmann and Bayern as a whole. So, counter-pressing, high defensive line. So, with that in mind, we'll go press after possession loss. We'll have the depth on 70. And then the width, what we'll do is we will decrease this. We'll make this nice and narrow. With only 2 midfield, we're going to make this very narrow. So it's going to be a 10. Build-up play. Slow build-up. And I'm thinking forward runs. Again, as we spoke about, when you're watching Bayern play, or any Nagelsmann team really, high volume of movement, just so many runs all the time. That's why they're an absolute nightmare to play against. And it helps them to be very versatile as well. So we'll go with forward runs. The offensive width. We'll stretch this out quite wide, I think, or fairly wide. We'll go with something like 60. I don't want to make it too wide because naturally we've only 2 in the central midfield. We've got to think about those kind of, you know, retaining possession in the central areas. So that's something I want to be kind of wary of. Players in the box. We really want the 4 attackers in the box. And if one of them's crossing, obviously we want Goretzka as that box-to-box midfielder. So I think we go with 8 here and have 4 in the box. And then corners, free kicks. I'll move corners up to 4. And then free kicks, what I'll do is... yeah, I'll just move this up to 4 as well. Wagyu Beef says you could place Muller on centre forward so he drops down even more than usual. No, because I hate that position. It's not a real position. I've had rants about this before on YouTube. I don't know why they've got this in the game. Whatever that is, that is not centre forward, and a striker is the same thing. Like when you hear pundits talking about centre forwards, they're talking about strikers. Like, I don't know why they've made this position in the middle, but we will set into a false 9. So then, with the instructions, Neuer can be sweeper keeper, comes to crosses, very, very easy. 2 centre backs. We'll keep them. We'll keep them on the same. Keep them on the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change Mazraoui for Pavard. Actually, let's have a think about this for a minute. It's really annoying because Pavard is just so slow, which is a nightmare in game. An absolute nightmare. We don't really have anyone else who can fill out at right back. And obviously, at left back, we want to keep Davis on the pitch. It's a bit annoying. We don't have to go with it. We'll just have to go with it. Yeah, we'll just have to go with it. So we're going to put Pavard there, because he's going to be inverted. We're going to swap Kimmich and Goretzka around. I'll tell you why shortly. And we're also going to swap Muller around to be on the same side as Goretzka, and we'll go through that shortly as well. Does step up work? Yeah, that's Adam. No, doesn't work. Steer clear. Adam says keep Mazraoui in. Yeah, but he's got a high attacking work rate and low defensive work rate, so still going to be venturing forward anyway, even if we try and keep him on stay back. Kimmich at right back and Gravenberch in the middle. Yeah, but then we kind of, I want just a defensive midfielder, which is why, because I did just kind of consider that, but we don't actually have a kind of out-and-out defensive midfielder. And I wouldn't like Gravenberch in that role. I'd like him further forward. Sabitzer, probably not. Probably not. Again, he's more of a box-to-box mid, if anything. Like he says, what did they try to make with step up? Whatever they tried, it did not work. Yeah, like basically just to help you. I think to make an ultra man marking system. Like if a striker drops off as a false 9, your centre back's going to go and follow him all around the pitch. But it doesn't work because if you can't set the whole team to it, then you're going to find that your defence will step up and mark, but the midfielders won't track back and mark the runners who were taking advantage of that space. And also, if you had, say, like both centre-backs on step up, they would then go start marking like midfielders and stuff if there's only one striker. And so it's just a nightmare, yeah, that it needs fixing. Willem says, thanks for the video, mate. I asked a couple of weeks ago if you do this vid, didn't think it would be his fast, so thank you for watching. Aaron says, what about Gravenberch at right back? No, probably not, no. FM has a much better tactical side of the game than FIFA. Yes, absolutely. And Mr. Bowl asks, what's one tactic you think EA should add? How do you mean, like formation or what do you mean there? Let me know. Right, so with the instructions, yeah, centre backs are fine. With Davis, we'll have him overlapping, joining the attack. And with Pavard, he's going to be that inverted defensive fullback. So we'll keep him back. And so he'll be on stable while attacking and inverted. Adam says, are you going to move the fullbacks to wing back? No, I'm going to leave it as it is. See how it goes. Right then. So with Kimmich, cut passing lanes, as we spoke about, that zonal kind of approach. Stay back while attacking. We'll have him on cover centre. Don't want him getting dragged out. We've only two in the midfield. We'll keep his interceptions on normal. And then with Goretzka, what we're going to do is we're going to have him as that box-to-box mid. So he's still on cut passing lanes. We'll have him on get forward, cover centre, stay in the central areas of the pitch. We'll see how that one works out. GG King, hello, thank you for joining. We did put a vote out and 442 was a resounding winner, or 424, whichever you prefer. So that's why we've gone with. It's more like an instruction tactic. Oh, right, okay. You mean like, is there anything they need to add to this? Or like player instructions? I mean, there's tons. I mean, I want fluid formations. That's the biggest one for me. I want them to add that, which obviously they still haven't. That's something that they have in PES, and that always works really well. That was really, really good. So I want them to do that. Adam says, wouldn't it be better to have Kimmich on cover centre to cover for Davis? Yeah, we do have him on cover centre. So that's all fine. Now with the wingers, come back on defence. I want them both tracking back. Get into the box of the cross. Chance creation. For the left winger, I'm going to say cut inside and get him behind. And with him cutting inside and angling his runs, what this will do is it will then make room for Davis. However, on the other side, what I'm going to do is, because we've got Pavard staying back and not providing width and overlapping, what we're going to do is we're going to have him on stay wide, and he's going to generate the width on that side. So he's going to be on stay wide. He'll still be on getting behind, get into the box with a cross, come back on defence. I did mention briefly while we've got Goretzka on, while we switch Goretzka over, basically with the right back being inverted, he's there to protect the fact that Goretzka is going to be a box-to-box mid, so he's going to commit forward more. As a result, there's going to be more space on the right side. So we're trying to bear that in mind. Whereas with Kimmich, he's covering for the fact that obviously Davis and Coburn are both getting forward and supporting the attack. So that's what we're trying to do there. With the two front players, with Muller, we're going to have him as a false 9. And we want him on the same side as Goretzka, because hopefully it's going to help with when he's dropping off, Goretzka will kind of support him and run past him basically. And that's what we're trying to do with that false 9 instruction. Support runs. I'm actually going to have him on stay central, because I'm going to have Mane drifting wide. We'll have him on come back on defence as well. Now with Mane, yes, he'll drift wide, trying to create that kind of fluid movement and interchanging positions that we see with Bayern. And then naturally we're going to have him getting behind for those attacking runs. And finally with the defensive support, we'll have him on stay forward and he can be that out ball. So that was more simple than what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Any suggestions for changes to this tactic before we kind of go over it and see what you think. And if you play with a false 9, would it not just be better to play him at cam to begin with, and then he can help in the build-up as well? Well, yeah, but we also want him kind of getting into the box as much as possible, and also with cam, they will move less, basically. Like with false 9, you'll get more movement from him, whereas with a cam, they'll be more stagnant in that kind of position. So we just try to create as much movement as we possibly can, really. Elliot, get them to play that high energy passing game under Flick. Well, it will be high energy. It would definitely will be. I mean, it still is now, to be fair, under Nagelsmann. Mr. Ball, what's the best formation / tactic for simulation on career mode? I get asked this question quite a lot, and basically, I don't think tactics do make a difference on simulation. I really don't, because I've tinkered with so many things, because I've tried to test this out and not seen anything. Like, I played some wacky formations to test this out and still, you know, got good results. So I don't think it makes as much of a difference, that much of a difference, if any. So I don't know how they kind of work that out with the simming and stuff, but yeah, you know, we'll see. If you guys have found anything different, let me know. Jonathan asks, what do you mean by fluid formations? How did they work in PES? So basically in PES, with the fluid formations, you have a formation for when you're in possession and then a formation for when you're out of possession. So basically, let's say, for example, let me think of this. So a great way to look at it is with Johan Cruyff's diamond total football formation, where he has the three back, he has a midfield diamond, and then he has the front three. Basically what they would do is they would have a centre back step out into midfield. And so with the fluid formations, what you can do is you can change that centre back when in possession to be a defensive midfielder. But excuse me, one moment. Jesus. So where was I? Yeah, so in possession you can have him as like a defensive midfielder, but then out of possession you can set the formation so that he's a centre back. So then when you're out of possession, he'll bed back into the back line. So really handy. Helps you getting people to trap back and stuff. Let's say if you're Man City, obviously, basically Kyle Walker now plays as a third centre back when in possession. So basically you could have it so when they're in possession, you've got a back three with three centre backs. Then when they're out of possession, he'll be back at right back, and it's a back four. So again, fluid formations really good. Try PES, Jonathan. I would advise it and try those fluid formations. Really, really good. Have you changed your sliders since last time? No, and I won't now until next FIFA. Pretty sure Simulation hates free back. I went to a 4-3-3 and won the Champions League after changing formations. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting to hear. Adam, if you want a challenge, play with constant pressure and overload ball side. You won't have any stamina left after 30 minutes. Whoa, what the hell? What is going on here? Some sort of spam. Crazy. Do apologise for that, guys. Nightmare. Right then. Let's get back to it. So, overload ball side is really good, but sadly drains too much stamina. Yeah, and they also, because people were like spamming it and stuff originally backing up, I think FIFA 21 or FIFA 20, they made tweaks to it and kind of hacked it down a little bit as well. It used to be like extremely effective. Elliot says, wants to do a career mode in one of the Scandinavian leagues. Which one do I do? That's a really good question. Over to you guys. Elliot wants to do a career mode in one of the Scandinavian leagues. Which league should he do? Which team should he do? Any suggestions? Let me know. I know we've got quite a lot of people from Scandinavian countries on the channel. My Gibby says Norway. Adam says Ollie's mould, so Norway. Adam says Man City's inverted fullbacks or something else. Against West Ham, they played with a wide midfielder. They played a wide midfielder with two inverted fullbacks and Rodri dropping between. Yeah, so like Cancelo and Walker basically stepped up. Yeah, and they were playing like central midfield. It was crazy. Mould. Jonathan says Copenhagen. GG King. Denmark is fun. Otherwise Sweden because of great Swedish talents. Denmark. Well, we got... Everyone's saying loads of different ones. Bodo Glimt. Yes. Yes. Very good shout. Can you take them further? Really, really good shout. Potter as manager. Östersunds, I'm pretty sure, in Sweden. Yes. So, yeah, you got some suggestions there, Elliot. I mean, not narrowed it down, but you got some very good suggestions. Obviously, Mould, Copenhagen, Rosenborg, Bodo Glimt. So, yeah, yeah. Any kind of final thoughts about this formation before we go into a game and test it out? I'll do a quick rundown as well, I think, just to make sure that you guys all get it if you want to play it as well. Blue Army says, can you please give a shout out to my brother Harry P. Ness? Well, there's your shout out. That's the first time I've ever been asked to do a shout out as well, so hello. Play somewhere remote to make it realistic in Europe where they play in -10 degrees. Potter's a great manager though, really like what he's done with Brighton. Yes, absolutely agree with you, GG King. Jonathan says, is this a straight 4-4-2 or a 4-2-2-2? I mean, I get it's 4-4-2 basically. Defensive midfielders, but then the wide midfielders have been changed to wingers, so left and right winger rather than left and right midfielder. So do, you know, take that one into account. Fullbacks are the same, don't change them to wing back, keep them as they are. Then the tactics with the defensive style, we have got press after possession loss. The width is on 10, the depth is on 70, and then offensively, slow build up, chance creation is forward runs, the width is on 60, players in the box is 8, corners and free kicks, both of them are on 4. Remember, I think you guys can rewind this back if you do miss anything. And then with the player instructions, Neuer in goal, comes to crosses, sweeper keeper. 2 centre backs are absolutely fine, so you don't need to change them. With the right back, we have an inverted fullback here. So with Pavard, we've got him on stay back while attacking, and we've also got him on inverted as well. Whereas over on the other side with Alphonso Davies, as that attacking fullback, we've got him on join the attack and then overlap as well. With the 2 defensive midfielders, make sure Kimmich is the left defensive midfielder, in which case he's on cut passing lanes, and then stay back while attacking as well for the attacking support. His interceptions are on normal. And then down below we've got him on cover centre for his defensive positioning, and positioning freedom is stick to position. With Goretzka, still on cut passing lanes, still on normal interceptions, but this time he's on get forward, and he's going to be that box-to-box midfielder. He's also on cover centre, and then he's also on stick to position for positioning freedom as well. So with the 2 wingers, slightly differing roles. With Sane, we're complementing the inverted fullback here, so he's going to be on stay wide for the chance creation. He'll be on comeback on defence, and his support runs is get in behind. He'll also be on getting to the box for the cross, for the support and cross as well, and his interceptions are on normal. Now over on the other side with the right winger, Coman, we've got him on comeback on defence, but this time with the chance creation we've cut inside. So he's going to be making room for Davies, who is overlapping. But all the other instructions are the same as Sane on the right. So we've got him on getting behind, and then we've got him on getting to the box for the cross. With Muller, make sure he's the right-sided striker. He's on stay central, and then his attacking runs are on false 9. His interceptions are on normal, and his defensive support is comeback on defence. With Mane as the left striker, he's on drift wide for his support runs. His attacking runs are getting behind. He's on normal interceptions, and then he's also on stay forward for the defensive support. Right, so before we go into a game and test the tactic out, any questions? Let's have a look at the chat. It's been going off whilst I've been doing my thing. GG King, it would be interesting if one of the wide midfielders would play as a new central midfielder. Yeah, which would be fine if we have like Sabitzer or Gnabry maybe, or Musiala out wide. But with Sane and Coman, we want to try and get the best out of them. Maybe we kind of tweak that at half time and just test that out a little bit. Blue Army can't believe Vardy has just signed for United. I don't believe that for a second. Did you see the Spurs-Chelsea match? Yes, brilliant. Absolutely loved it. Tackles flying everywhere. The beef between Conte and Tuchel. Goals, last-minute drama, quality. Loved it. Loved it. Did you? I'm guessing you did. Aren't you a Tottenham fan? I'm pretty sure. Adam, what would happen if Elon Musk bought United? No chance. No chance they're selling it either. Glazers, absolutely no chance. When Gretzky gets forward, can't opposing teams overload the midfield? That is why we have decided to go with Pavard as that inverted fullback, just to try and help with that. And we'll see how that one plays out, really. Could you use target man instead of false 9? No. No, they're kind of different instructions, really. We're trying to get more movement, and we're wanting to drop off to make room for Goretzka and Sane, etc. So that's really what we're trying to do. I get what you're trying to say there, because obviously you want him to kind of support Mane, but I think we'll get that from the wingers and the box-to-box mid. Adam says Cavani's joining Villarreal. Apparently, that'd be a really good signing. Really, really good signing. Elliot, I can already see Werner doing well at Leipzig and Bayern signing him. Yeah, that's a really good shout. Jonathan says, are there any FIFA 22 tactics that you'll be releasing in the near future? Which managers do you have in mind? I think there are only going to be 2, maybe 3 tactics videos for FIFA 22 left ever before I move on to FIFA 23. I'm thinking Jose's Inter, maybe Rafa's Liverpool, and then another one will go out to a vote on Patreon. And that's my thinking at the moment. We only have a couple left though. Speaking of Patreon, by the way, any NFL fans? I have just set up the Patreon NFL Fantasy League today, drafting on the 28th of August, Sunday. So if you are on Patreon and you do like the NFL, go and check it out. Join the league. Very excited for that. And if you're not on Patreon but you want to join the league, it'll only cost you £2 and you only have to pay once. If you want to cancel after the once, but because you want to join the fantasy league, no problem at all. You can do that. Target man is so useless in FIFA, says Adam. They don't win headers or back into defenders. Yes, 100% agree with you. They've also announced though that they've made changes to the target man role for FIFA 23, and apparently it's supposed to be much more effective and do what it says. So yes, we'll see how that goes. Mr. Bowl, why are the wingers on comeback on defence? Well, if they don't, we are in big trouble. If we don't have them tracking back, yeah, we'll get outnumbered defensively. So yeah, I definitely think we should have them tracking back. What else do we have? Gigi King, don't you want Muller as more of a shadow striker? This way he would be the playmaker, which is not really Muller's style. Well, what we're trying to get, I think what Muller's, his best trait is really his movement, his clever movement, picking up the really good positions. So that's really what I'm trying to do with this kind of false 9. Hopefully he picks up those sort of positions, little pockets of space, and we'll see. Adam asks, what NFL team do you support? I support the Packers. Well, I support a team in the same division as you. I support the Detroit Lions. So, yeah, there you have it. Matthew, would it be possible for you to do an Ancelotti Chelsea tactic video? Can't ever find a good one to the standard and depth of your videos. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I can definitely put it in a future vote. So, as I kind of alluded to earlier. So, yeah, we'll see about that. Best formation for parking the bus. Check out my video where I do the best formations for defensive tactics. It is on there somewhere. I've got a whole host of tactics tutorials, and it should all be in there. Double says, I hate Barcelona. Very nice. Real Madrid fan, I'm guessing. Or Espanyol. Adam says, have you played the FIFA 23 beta? It's the worst game I've played in years, but it's okay because you can wear a mask and goggles in pro clubs. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Has anyone else played the beta, by the way? If anyone has, let me know. Let me know what you think. So I haven't played the beta. I didn't get a code, which is a bit disappointing. So I wanted to do a few videos kind of covering it, really. So let me know if you have played the beta, what you think. Adam says it's bad, very bad, which doesn't fill me with hope. Now, obviously, it is a beta, so you do have to bear that in mind. There might be a lot of bugs, a lot of changes beforehand. D4_3C Antonius William Amsalo. Are aggressive inceptions good for centre back? Yeah, depending on the the role. I wouldn't have them both on aggressive interceptions. I like to do it often, maybe if I have a free back, because then I can be a little bit more kind of, you know, aggressive, a little bit more cover. Mr. Bowl, are you American or British? I'm British. Wagyu Beef, your pet false 9 tactic is really good. Yes, I agree. I really enjoyed playing with that one. Got good reviews on the Patreon tactics package. What else do we have? Jonathan, aside from the likes of Amorim, Lager, Large and Mourinho, are there any other Portuguese managers with interesting tactics and formations? Amorim, Large, Mourinho. Trying to think of ones we covered on the channel. Like we've covered Marco Silva, his Fulham team, so you can check that out. Who else have we covered? Trying to think now. Let's think back. We haven't shown enough love to Portugal, and I really need to do that. We've done a few videos on Portuguese teams, a couple, but we need to do more, definitely. So we're going to go to a match, and I've already... Adam asked me to play Barcelona, but unfortunately I've already done basically the transfers for Dortmund and Bayern, so my plan was always to do Dortmund v Bayern. I haven't done the transfers for Barcelona, so we'll go Dortmund v Bayern. Zachary says, man, I'm a Bears and a Villa fan. Gotta be rivals. Yeah, wow, that's pretty. That is polar opposites, isn't it? That really is. What else do we have? Could you use an aggressive centre back in this cornerback? I was about to go NFL then. Centre back in this tactic. Maybe. Well, why don't we try it then? I suppose I can change up Meccano and we'll put him on aggressive interceptions and let's just try it out really and experiment and see how it goes. So, what I need to do is switch so you guys can see that a little bit better. We're going to the game. And I'm going to throw it over to you. I want to know, you guys, who you're playing with on career mode at the moment. What career modes are you doing? Very, very interested. Let me know. If you are playing career mode, maybe a lot of you are bored of it now, which I know I am. So let me know. Adam asked what formation is Dortmund playing. They should be playing a 4-2-3-1 because I did their team sheet to replicate basically the team that they've been playing recently. So it should be a 4-2-3-1. GG King, in real life, the lit is better with aggressive interceptions. Yeah, but I prefer it to be the out of the two. The centre back that I want on aggressive interceptions is the one who's more the more physical upside, basically. So obviously with Meccano, he's stronger and faster. So that's why we've gone with that. Adam, LeBron signed an extension with the Lakers. That means absolutely nothing to me because I don't follow basketball at all. And he's the only basketball player I know. So there you go. But I bet that was worth a shiny penny. GG King, I'll play with Leeds. High pressing in a 4-2-2-2. Really enjoyable with the new signings. Nice, nice. River Plate utilising Nuno Espirito Santo and Bruno Laga's tactic. Nice. Very, very good. Trying to do a career mode with the tactics of Portuguese managers. Yeah, definitely. Who do you think will win the Bundesliga and the Liga? I mean, it's tough to look past. But what, Bayern in the Bundesliga? It really is. It's just a machine. Do you know what I mean? And then one of the Madrid teams for the Liga. What about you? What do you reckon? Adam says, FIFA 23 is so hard to press since the game is so slow. The power shot zooms in and it's really disorientating. Oh, it's a bit weird, a bit strange. There are some new animations which actually work this year, which is good. Otherwise, it's bad. Well, that's a shame. That is a shame. SP, how many goals do you think Haaland will score? In all competitions, at least 30. At least 30. Probably a pretty safe bet. Obviously, providing he doesn't get injured and stuff. Right. Need to concentrate a little bit now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Need to step it up a little bit. We're focusing properly. Matthew says, I'm starting a West Ham save. Do you think I could play Antonio off the left behind the striker in 3-4-2-1? Yeah, he could. I don't think it would suit him very well because I don't think it would utilise his strengths at the best, like his pace and his strength. I'd want him kind of either running behind or kind of like holding the ball up more, playing it into him. But you could definitely give it a try. It's a good header away there. Why is Delit the one charging forward with this? Get Mane into a little bit of space. Oh, no, nice. That's brilliant work from the AI. That is a defensive AI. Oh. Got a big switch on over there to Sane. Go for goal. Good save. Good save from Cobble. Good save. The AI is all over the place. I need to show you this on a replay video. Hopefully we can get this. Yeah, we can. Now watch the last man back for Dortmund here. I'm trying to think. I can't tell who he is actually. Annoyingly. I need to target him. Who is it? It's this guy. It's Marlon, right? So for some reason Marlon is back defending a corner, even though they just had a corner. We're back. We're back. Bit of a drop out there. Don't worry. We're back. Right. So as I was saying, Marlon is back defending from the corner, even though he should be in the box, attacking the corner. Right? And now, I want you to just watch him basically as I'm countering, if we can get it back. So he's the last man back. We storm forward. He's obviously supposed to be tracking and run a Mane. Then all of a sudden we send it through to Mane. Just stops. What is that? Do you know, just little things like that really annoy me. Little things like that really annoy me. Mr. Ball, I'm playing a career mode in Barca, which is a 3-5-1-1 and also a 4-3-2-1 with double tens with Man City. Nice. I played that 3-5-1-1 before and actually really enjoyed it. Could you have a look at Carlos Carvajal's Braga? Yes, really. I really enjoyed watching them. Saw them a few times last season in the Europa League in the knockout stages. Yeah, they were very, very impressive. Very good. That's a good shout. Elliot just started Rosenborg rebuild. Very, very nice. Going to sign young talent from Scandinavia. Coco Joe, what are your camera settings? My camera settings are the EA game cam. Just the default. This was the default one. You can only get it on next gen, which is why I think a lot of people have asked, because they can't get it on the past gen consoles. You can only get it on the current gen consoles, Xbox Series X and PS5, etc. But it's quite good. It's quite good. It's so annoying when you're in the 85th minute and the AI just passes the ball at the corner flag. Yeah. Although I suppose if they're time wasting, like, you know, fair enough. Right. That's delete there, isn't it? We've got Goretzka there. I like this. We'll try and nod this into them. Goretzka on the header. Good save from Kerbal. Right then. Well, let's play it out. Serla at the back. Guerrero. Oh, that's a really nice switch over to the far side on Marlon. They've got a lot of pace. I will say that. They've got Adeyemi, Marlon. Who else got? I think Makoko. So that's something we need to watch out for, definitely. Oh, we've got that ball onto Mane there. I like that. There's a ball in behind to Size. Don't stop your run. Come on. Oh, save from Neuer. Makuku getting a yard of space. I don't like how Kerbal is wearing a very similar red to the buying kit which they fixed that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Agree. Completely agree. Wagyu beef. Is it 1010 on the camera height and zoom? Well, I haven't changed it. I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, it's all this. This is it. I mean, it says custom, but this should be the default one because I haven't actually changed it. So that's what they are. They really need to revamp set pieces and specifically corners. They are so basic and unrealistic. Yes, Adam, completely agree with that. Jonathan, thoughts on the worst setting to ever exist, competitor mode? Love when the CPU play like 2002 Brazil team. Yeah, I don't use it for that reason. Yeah, it's really strange. They'll just use skills on the spot. Very, very pointless. We've got to watch Bellingham here. Nice delete. Oh, good inception from Adeyemi. Got that ball onto Muller, sorry. Muller. Right, out to Coman. Sane's running in, but I wasn't confident enough to play that ball. Wasn't confident enough to play that ball. Really nicely stretched. Can we get an overlap from Davis here? Yes, we can. Very, very nice. Cut back to Mane. Have a crack. Oh, nice. That's a well-worked goal. That's a nice, well-worked goal. Sadio Mane getting onto the score sheet as well. Very, very nice indeed. A very interesting celebration as well. Whatever that is. Nice, really well worked goal. Good overlap from Davis. That really kind of created the move, really. Coman kind of just going inside. I mean, that's what we spoke about as well. Obviously, getting Coman to cut inside and Davis supporting that with the overlaps. You know, just really complements it well. So very, very good. Nice start. Still weird seeing Mane buying. Yes, I know. It is really strange. Really, really strange. Came out of the blue, that one did. Definitely. Right then. So far, so good. That should be Pavard's. That should very, very nice. There's a run down. Nah, I didn't fancy the kick and rush then. Muller drops off a little bit into Mane. Very, very good. Can he get it out wide? A little bit slow to release the ball there. Nice. Nice. Come inside to Goretzka. Oh, whoa. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Davis. What? They're throwing? Well done, Kimmich. Oh. They're throwing again. Oh, that's a dodgy, dodgy touch from Adeyemi. That is. He's got the beating of pace on Pavard here. This was my only kind of worry with having Pavard. You know, a fullback with pace in the 60s doesn't bode well on this game. Oh, no, that's my fault. I mean, that was really poor from me. I just jockeyed, because obviously I'm jockeying manually, and I just went the wrong way. Just completely judged the wrong way. Thought he was going to turn onto his right, but he turned onto, just kind of, I don't know, just claimed the ball really and just controlled it onto his left instead. So there you go. Don't need to play on a post. Away from Thomas Muller. Need to get out here. Let's trigger a press. Oh, why is it with me and jockeying? That's got to be deleted all day long, surely. Oh, blimey. Right, let's try and hit him on the counter and attack now. Whoa. We've got a lot of movements. A run from Sane there. Oh, disappointing. I should have put more power on that. That is a horrendous pass. Muller. Oh. thought that was going to work then. I'll tell you what, one thing, it's been really good him dropping off. You know, he's creating a lot of space for runners. And he's definitely getting him into the game as well. Try and force him to cross it in here. It's nice and calm. Right, so that's half time. I should have looked the minutes. I forgot. It's still 5 minutes. Forgot about that. Have a look at the chat. What have we got? MCK, could you have a look at Carlos Carvajal's Braga? Yeah, we just spoke about that. Back to your old thing. Yeah, very like them very much. Was very impressed with them. Saw them a few times last season. So interestingly, Dortmund have had a lot more possession, which surprises me. Even though obviously the AI in this game just kind of take it to the corner and mess about, as someone mentioned earlier. But yeah, other than that, I thought we've had quite good control of the game. The pressing's been good. Overall, so far, I'm really enjoying the tactic. Very much so. There's so much movement. Really, really fun to play. Forward runs is always fun to play, particularly when you've got, you know, kind of like 4 attackers. Ben, hello. Thank you for joining. Thanks a lot. How you doing? You okay? Yeah, but so far so good. I think it's really complimentary. We'll see how it goes in the second half. It could all fall apart. That does happen in these streams, actually. Usually. I've not won many games. Let's bring delete out of defence. Can we switch it out to Sane? Yes. Big switch on to Coman there. Very, very good. This is really where I want Davis supporting there, but he doesn't. Oh, that's a little bit under hit. Sane does well to claim that. Does very, very well. Davis. Oh, there's a ball on there to Muller. Goes for goal. Good save. Kerbal making some good saves. That's like probably the third really good save he's made. As we get Muller onto his left foot. Trying to whip it in. By the way, did you add Matthews Tell to Bayern? Yes, I did, but he's only 6'4" rated, so there was not really any need in me kind of adjusting the team there. Whip this one in. Big header. Oh, was that another save from Kerbal, or was that a clearance off the line? Didn't see that. Yeah, go on. Go on, Josh. Go on, Joshua. Flashback to Brommer's Man United game. Which one? There was one where, if you mean the one we had about 5 corners in a row, then yes. Whip it in again. Got a big target. Whoa, bit of a mix-up. Bit of a mix-up. They do manage to get it away, though. And Marlon in a foot race with Coman. Now, this is an interesting one. Both of them absolutely rapid. Coman, without the ball, does have the kind of edge on him there. Oh, that's a good run. But he's just offside. Flashback to the whole game where I bottled it against Millwall. Yes, that one as well. The PSG game, did we lose one on penalties? I can't remember. Oh, that was the whole game anyway. We lost on penalties. Feel like I lost with PSG as well. I won one and lost one. I'm just not very good at FIFA, I'll be honest, which isn't great for a FIFA YouTuber to say, is it? But, you know, I just don't think I'm very good. I think what the issue is, I try and play realistically, so I won't do things that I know are kind of exploiting the gameplay. You know, things like often when I shoot, I'll do finesse shots because they're trying to use a side foot and trying to whip it around a little bit more. So it's things like that, really. Switch it out to Davis. There we go. Right. Oh, damn it. So now this is an issue. How do we deal with them trying to hit us on the counter-attack? It's a good test for this tactic. They've got lots of pace. Adeyemi. Got an overlapping run. That was the wrong ball. That was the really wrong ball for him to play. He had an option there out wide. We've got a run on to Mane. Over the top. It's a really good ball, but it has sent him a little bit wide. Oh. Oh, I wanted to sneak that through to Coman then, but couldn't quite get the angle. Over to Pavard. Oh. Now, this is a little bit of an issue. I don't really have any support there in the central areas because obviously Goretzka's made the run forward. So that is kind of a drawback of the tactic. I was going to hit it. Oh, I did one of the low-driven shots then. That didn't really work. Nice, good interception. Muller's dropped off. He's got that run of Mane. Can we make it 2? Yes, we can. Really, really well worked. Muller dropping off in that false 9 role. It's a good interception as well. Couldn't see who it was there. I'll have to have a look. It might have been Goretzka. And then Mane running in behind. That was very, very good. Yeah, it was Goretzka with the interception. Everything working really nicely in tandem there. That was a good goal. Very, 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 very pleased with that one. What have we got? What have we got? Obviously, you know more about tactics on FIFA than me, but I feel like tiki-taka is the only viable tactic in FIFA. All the other ones just don't work out when you play against the AI. No, I think it's the opposite. I think it's hard to play tiki-taka, and I just find myself constantly like counter-attacking instead. Like forward runs, players running in behind. That's how I always seem to find it, just sending it through to them. A little bit like that. Except, well, not quite like that really, but you get the drift. Yeah, I find it hard to play tiki-taka because the game just kind of lends itself to just exploiting counter-attacks instead. Well won, up Meccano, very nicely done, very, very nicely done. Goretzka, turn out of trouble, and away we can go. Annoyingly, the bottom of my mini-map is getting cut off, so I can't see if we have a switch out wide to Coman, which is why I've not been doing it. I really need to do something about that. Well won, Goretzka. We'll let that one run. Oh, it's a good challenge from Munio. Very, very good challenge. Oh, he's going to get away. Oh, come on. He's not getting away from Alphonso Davies, surely. Oh. You know what? I made a mistake playing Moukoko. Oh God. Oh, God. Oh, what's going on there? What is going on there? Let's have a quick look at the replay. Oh, that could have gone so much worse. Let's have a quick look at the chat. It's going off a little bit. We go. Ben, just spam through ball to stay forward, getting behind, says Adam. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just through balls, counter-attacks, exactly. Mr. Bowl, do you have a manager-coach degree for football in real life? Well, you can't really get a degree in it. Obviously, you do your coaching badge and stuff. I don't. I have scouting qualifications, though. I like to be a scout. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. What team would you love to be manager for? I mean, loads. Obviously, Blues would be nice, I guess. Although that's an absolute mess, so no, I wouldn't really. But yeah, I'm trying to think who's got a really nice job at the moment. Who's got like who's got it all set up for them? I mean, obviously Guardiola, Man City does, but they're more of a challenge. Maybe Roma, Mourinho. They're quietly kind of contenders, aren't they? He's got a really good team. The fans they've sold loads of season tickets this season, I think. So yeah, that'd be a good one. That was a real Maguire moment. Yes, it definitely was. Who do you think will win the UCL? I reckon Juve have a decent chance with the new signings. I mean, never write off Bayern. They're a really good chance. They're a really good shout. You can move the bar to the top and the face cam to the bottom. Yes, I definitely could. I would have to kind of rejig it though, because the way it's designed is for like the being at the bottom basically. So I would have to redo it. But yeah, you definitely got a point. The only thing is then it will cover at the scoreboard. So maybe that wouldn't work. I'll definitely have to rethink something anyway. Good header away. Probably going to go back out wide. Yes, he does. Oh, nice. Nice, well done. Ah, couldn't get it away in time. Good block there. Bellingham goes for the goal. Now, counter-attack is on. Out to Sane. Can we try and overtake the man here? No, that was very, very poor from me. But why is Addy aiming back? Like, he would be in the box. Some of the passing from Dortmund in this game has been awful. It's been really, really poor. Not with my sliders. I might have to tinker with that. But that is full time. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed playing with that system, I have to say. That was, yeah, it was really, really good. I think there are definitely issues. For one, occasionally when the build-up play stagnates in the opponent's half, in the attacking half, when someone like Goretzka's already gone forward, you haven't really got many options. You end up having to play it back to defence, which is a little bit annoying, but I suppose you are just recycling possession. What else? What else is with regard to the tactic? Yeah, it can be a little bit outnumbered in midfield. Obviously, they're getting a lot of possession in the kind of edge of the area and stuff when we pin back a little bit. Obviously, we've only 2 central midfielders. That can happen, so you do just sort of sacrifice that. But counter-attacking, really, really good. I think you can get really good possession out of it because obviously you got Muller dropping off. And that's another thing. The instructions all complement each other really well. We saw it in play. Muller dropping off, Mane going forward. We saw Davies overlapping when Coleman would cut inside. So, yeah, really, really fun. Really, really fun to play with that. One thing that I'm going to forget to mention is completely unrelated. I've been thinking about like my live streams and stuff until FIFA 23, like during the rest of August and the start of September. What do we want to do? Because I want to kind of, I don't want to just do tactic videos. I was thinking maybe career mode, but I was thinking, will it be a little bit dead now? So I would like to know your guys' thoughts on that. Basically, would you like to see maybe a live stream career mode, or are there any other kind of topics or things you'd like me to see me do on live stream, as opposed to just creating a tactic for a team? Because I'd like to kind of see how it goes, really. Wagyu Beef Elliot says career mode would be very fun. You know, obviously we've only got really a month to go until FIFA 23, so it would be a very streamlined career mode. Maybe lots of simming games, only play a few. Adam says pro clubs. We'll see. We'll see about that. Play against viewers is an option, but I mean, you're probably all better than me, I'll be honest. Like I say, I'm not great. I like to play realistically, but yeah, that is an option. Still fun because we can chill and have a chat, definitely. You could break down classic teams' tactics like football made simple. Well, you see, I did kind of tinker with kind of real life football videos before, and they just didn't really do very well, which is really weird. I thought there'd be more of a crossover for it, but there wasn't. So, because I did really try and tinker with that. One thing I was thinking about doing is on transfer deadline day, do a stream where like we might play a bit of FIFA, but it will also be kind of just reacting to deadline day, like the transfers and stuff, and we can all have a chat and discuss all the latest transfers. I'm really up for that. So I think I might do that. I think I'll get the feeling that one might go down quite well. Let's have a quick look at the stats here. Possession, it was 61% in the first half to Dortmund. Obviously, you see a massive change. So definitely grew into it in the second half. Same amount of shots, but I think we had the better shots. They had a couple of good chances, definitely from Bellingham. I think Adron Makoko had one. But we had a couple of really good chances. Interceptions, that was a very good thing. The counter pressing was very, very good. Very, very good. A lot of people saying deadline day would be fun. Yeah, so I think we are definitely going to do that. You could do a few watch-alongs. Yeah, maybe. It's definitely a shout. I think a lot of people do like watch-alongs though, so Or it's deadline day, yeah. So I think, yeah, we'll definitely do a deadline day. But I was thinking of career mode. Pro clubs has been mentioned by Adam, so we'll see. I have to have a discussion with my mates and see if we can tone down the language a little bit. Willem, you ever think about doing RB Leipzig video? I see they're more of a threat this season than Dortmund with Werder and Raum in the team. Yeah, that's a really good shout, actually. I think you definitely have a point. Yeah, I think there's every chance they could finish challenged by more than what Dortmund could. Despite, obviously, the 100% start for Dortmund. Yeah, so I think that's a really good shout. Adam, the problem with Dead on Day is typically not a lot happens. You end up having a kip instead. Yeah, well, that's what my thinking was kind of, we'd play FIFA as well. And so at least we have something to do on stream if like not much is happening with regards to transfers and stuff. Tedesco, a good young coach. Would love to see you do his tactics. Yeah, that's a really good shout, actually. Yeah, with RB Leipzig. I think we can definitely consider doing that on the channel. So, yeah. With regards to live streams in the future, we'll do a deadline day one. Definitely think that. It seems like a lot of people are up for that. We'll consider doing a career mode one. I really would like to do a live stream career mode, but we'll see how that one goes. And then with regards to this tactic, I would advise all you guys go and give it a try. Really, really good. Really fun to play with. I actually think this could even work in lower league as well with the right personnel. It's not just tailored to kind of the elite players. I think you can definitely get something out of it. Maybe you want to drop off the depth a little bit, but I think you could definitely make this work at all levels with the right players. Miss Ball, I'd love to see you vlog. Not really something I've ever really fancied, to be honest. LMCK11, what would your style / philosophy be if you were a coach? I don't know, really. I suppose I'd be a pragmatist. I'd like to tailor it to the team as best I could. So in that regards, yeah, I think that's probably why my favourite managers are, as I've mentioned before, like Mourinho, Conte, Simeone, people like, managers like that. I love watching the Zerbi teams to play. I hope he gets a new club soon. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, he'll probably go back to Italy, you'd have thought. Very, very soon. I'd love to see him in England, actually. I think that would be really, really fun. Right, so yeah, I mean, definitely try the tactic. This will be on replay about an hour after this live stream ends as well. So if you want to catch up on anything, any of the tactics or anything, you missed anything, you can go and check that out. Jonathan, is your Marco Silva Fulham tactics video up? It is on Patreon. So if you are one of my patrons, you can find that on my Patreon. Mr. Ball, best formation for a mid block? I don't know, really. I think you can get a lot of formations with a mid block, really. I don't think the block has too much of an impact on that. So yeah, I think we're probably going to round it off there. With regards to the next live stream, I'm thinking on Sunday. I don't know what it'll be yet. Probably creating another tactic, but maybe we don't do a team. Maybe we do like something else, like I don't know, just a custom tactic of some sort. Or I don't know, or maybe we start a career mode. We'll see. But yeah, so anyone who has been along for the stream, joined in, thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate it. Really enjoyed it again. Absolutely loving these live streams. So these are going to be a regular thing on the channel. So yeah, make sure to join that next one on Sunday. In the meantime, yeah, there's no more content coming until that Sunday. There's no more videos. A bit of a weird week and stuff with content. So yeah, really good. Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you all for the next one, whenever that may be. And yeah, go and try out the tactic because it's really, really fun. I very much enjoyed it. On that note, we're going to finish it off there. Thank you for sticking with me with all the problems as well, with the mic muted and stuff like that, and the stream dropping out for a very short amount of time. And until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.